Hello. Hi. I'm back. Ugh, StreamYard is sucking. What is up? Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know, please. I feel like StreamYard is definitely acting up tonight. It's weird. I can't see the chat on the StreamYard. No. I might have to restart this stream. For real. Can you guys see me and hear me? See, I can't see the chat. Okay, yeah, I might have to restart this stream because I am not able to see your guys' comments. So I'm gonna end this and then I'm gonna redo it on StreamYard and just come right back because like I can't do this without like seeing what you guys. I'm like, what the heck? Let me see. Okay, wait, you guys, can you guys see me now? Can you see me? Can you see me? I hope so. I had to like restart that. I can see the chat now. Yay. I'm like, no. Dude, why am I doing not a political live because I don't do politics, but like I'm talking about a very controversial subject. And like the first thing is freaking I couldn't even like see the chat. They're coming for me already. They're coming for me. Okay, I have so many things going on right now on my screen because stop spamming. You're gonna get hidden. This is not the channel. Don't be spamming. No spamming. Okay, before I get into the rules, hello, happy Thursday. It's Thirsty Thursday. I'm on one. I've been on one. We're going to get into Jeffrey Epstein tonight. We're going to get into Donald Trump. We're going to get into all the stuff I don't generally like to talk about. But hello, welcome. My name is Melly. We cover all things true crime. Tonight is Thirsty Thursday. I do have a playlist. I have done, I think, maybe 2 Jeffrey Epstein lives before. And I've had a lot ready to go. I have a lot of content that I haven't put out there because I'm so busy, but I'm going to promise to get it out this week. And I have a lot on this case. Yeah, wait, hold on. I want to make sure. Yay. Okay, let me say hi to everyone. Hello. Make sure you hit the like button, please, on the way in. Hello, Jules. Wait, I thought Jules was sleeping. Okay. Let me see. I see. Yay, I'm glad I could see the chat now. I was worried. Rules. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be rude to my mods. All opinions are welcome. We do like to get a little spicy, a little naughty here. Don't be a douche and don't spam. And don't pretend to come in here under some fake name. Just don't do it. It is Thirsty Thursday, so this is for adults, not children. I know many people on YouTube act like children, but no children tonight, please. I am drinking my Modelo with a straw. I don't know how tonight is gonna go. It might be a buzzball type of night. It might just be that. I have documents. I want to read the document that was recently put. If you don't know, where are you? Are you hiding under a rock? Where are you? Like, are you on planet Earth? Because like everyone knows about Jeffrey Epstein. I don't even need to say anything. But if you don't know, recently, like Pam Bondi, she's like a lobbyist politician. I'm sure you know who she is. She was the one who was like, I have all the Epstein files. And then she was like, just kidding. No, we don't. We don't have shit. No one was involved. Let it go. Basically. And so there's a clip of supposedly the prison where Jeffrey Epstein was at and like the door leading to his room the night he unalived himself. And I'm just, you know me, I'm a little nosy. We're going to dig deep, baby. People want to dig in on me. I'm going to dig back. The doors. There's a lot I'm questioning about that video, that 1 minute, 2 minute clip where there's 1 minute missing, I believe is what I'm hearing. Yeah, the doors, if you watched, I think it was 60 seconds or 48 hours. Don't come for me. I can't remember. But they did like a clip back when Epstein was in the prison, and it was a totally different door. I don't know. Like, do we believe this? Do we believe what is going on? Trump is involved. He defended Pam, our girl Pam. He defended her, and he was like, does everyone still care about Epstein? I'm like, and if you don't know, this is not a politics channel. It's not a political channel. We don't do politics here. This will be the first time I even bring up Trump in a live like this. And nothing against Trump. I don't talk about what side I'm on. I'm not like a hater like that. I don't like to bring in my personal stuff, but there's things from the past, like documents, case charges dropped, documents thrown out regarding Giuffre, Epstein and Trump. We're going to get into it tonight. Some of these documents I have are like, girl, bye. They're like 32 pages, 900,723 pages. And I'm like, okay, well, we can't do that all on one night, dude. We can't do it. Especially not when it's Thirsty Thursday, because you know how that is when I'm up here drinking my drinks. We'll see how tonight goes, but I appreciate you guys for being here. Oh, 60 minutes. Did I say 60 hours? Did I say 69? What did I say? Wasn't sure. 60 seconds? Oops. And by the way, if you're here, I'm no professional. I'm just a girl doing true crime, drinking, living on planet Earth, which I find is very, very much not a good place to live. Like when you're in another country, looking back here, I'm like, people think, you know what, we're not going to get into it. But anyways, Giuffre Epstein. Wait, did I say hi to everyone? I can't remember. I saw Abuelita's Ginny. I already know I timed a few people out. Hello, Eternal. I already saw Jules. Oh, look who decides to show up. Yeah, I'll say, I'll say it's so perfect. Melly is legit. I don't know. Some might say I'm corrupt. Some might say I'm a demon. Some might say I'm a toxica. Some might say I'm a drunk. Some might say I'm a fake. Some might say I'm a mean girl. Some might say, here's what I say is like, I really don't care. As long as the people that I care like me, you guys here right now, I'm ready for some psych. I'm already ready for another drink, and I think we just started this live, right? Yeah, like maybe 9 minutes ago. Yeah, rude. Rude. Okay, we're gonna start with the clip, okay, and here's my thing. Let's talk. So why would you say you have all this Epstein files and you're gonna release names, right? And then this is like a situation too that goes deep into Hollywood, politics. So why would you say you have the files and then you try to say like, oh, that's not what I meant. Like we don't have anything. And if you recall, like a month or two ago, Elon Musk completely unhinged with Donald Trump. We don't know what the beef is. There's beef there. And he was the one who mentioned like Trump is in the Epstein files, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm literally going to read a document tonight, I think from like 2014. I don't know, girl. I was probably in diapers. Just kidding. I wasn't. But you know what I mean? So, and there's like people like, accusing him of rape and stuff. And my little old self over here, I didn't know. I did not know until I started deep diving. I didn't know anything. I'll need a stronger drink for this. Yeah, grab a drink, baby. We're going in. I have like 17,000 clips to show you guys. I'm going to make a playlist, an Epstein playlist, because we're going to get into it. And if they start coming for me, you guys all are witnesses. Today is the first time I'm going to show these clips. You are Okay, and then I have so many documents too. My computer's about to like just blow up. I don't know. One, two, three. I have four that I wanted to try to get to tonight. But you know how they say like don't drink and what do they say? Like whatever, don't use machinery. So I'm trying to take it easy tonight because I don't want to read all these documents and then sound like a total slob. And people come for me like every time I go live. So I'm like, so you're like 11 then. It was a joke. Okay. A joke. All right, I'm pulling this up. I'm pulling this video up. Okay. So you're like 11 then. So funny. So funny, I'm saying. No, you can call me mommy though. I almost spit my drink out because I saw that on TikTok. I saw. Oh God, here we go. Okay, ready? You ready? Yeah, Jules, get him under control, please. Okay, here we go. Okay, wait, let me know. Mommy? Okay, wait. Hello? You guys aren't saying anything. Are you scared? Do you believe this? What do you think about Epstein? Do you think Trump's involved? Don't be scared to talk about the president. We have amendment rights. Just spill the beans. We're not here to hate, but we're here to speak the truth. A battle? Oh, I didn't ask a question. Duh. So what do you think? What kind of battle? Like a mud wrestling battle? I know some of you are scared to speak on this. It's fine. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to protect you. Okay, wait, let me play this clip. Ready? This is I'll put the captions on because captions or no captions, we'll keep them on.
Before that President Donald Trump, along with other prominent leaders and celebrities, were on the so-called Epstein list. Now the FBI is putting those theories to rest.
Yeah, overnight, the agency releasing hours of video footage and some other findings, trying to put to rest those conspiracy theories that Jeffrey Epstein's death was a suicide. I imagine they will only ramp up from here on out, though. The FBI also saying that it found no client.
My opinion is I don't think he committed. I don't think he unalived himself. I really don't.
List at all.
Yeah, ABC's Andrew Dimbert walks us through these newly released details.
Overnight, the FBI and Justice Department releasing 11 hours of footage they say helps confirm notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide in his Manhattan jail cell in 2019, awaiting his sex trafficking trial. According to a memo detailing the findings, investigators found the video showed no one entering the area in the overnight hours before Epstein was found unresponsive. But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. For years, Epstein has been at the center of conspiracies surrounding both his death and a rumored client list allegedly used to blackmail powerful men. Attorney General Pam Bondi, back in February, was asked if the Justice Department intended to release a list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Bondi saying this.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
And just last month, while feuding with President Trump, Elon Musk posting, time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. But Musk later deleted that post and others, saying he went too far in attacking Trump. The president saying he cut ties with Epstein nearly 2 decades ago, saying even Epstein's lawyer cleared him. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Okay, so did you guys see that? Was that even a good clip of it? I feel like, okay, you know who has a good clip of it? Do you guys know who Candace is? Oh my God. She had a really good live on this. I really like her. Okay, let me pull that up. I might have to show it her clip a little bit. Oh, okay. I'll play this clip in the meantime. Here's the president clip. Candace Owens. I love her. I think she's badass. I'm sorry, what is this? I love her. Oh my gosh. She did a live on this subject. I'm shook. We're gonna watch parts of it. Hopefully she don't strike me, baby. Don't strike me. I don't think she will. I've never had that from her. I've never had it. I've played her stuff on here before. Plus, I support her. I support her all the way through, baby. All the way through. A lot of people have, feel some type of way about her. I get it. I get it. She talks about religion. She talks about politics. She likes to spread the truth. We're going to watch the clip first, and then we'll watch her part where she gives her opinion. Okay. Oh, I need another drink. Okay, let me see.
Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the death?
Yeah, sure. If
Pam, could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First about.
Yes, excuse me, raising my hand in class. Yes, sir, President, I do want to talk about it. We do want to talk about it, yeah. Wait, I want to watch that again. What? This is wild. Because remember, Elon Musk said that he was involved, and then we're going to pull up all the court docs with Trump being involved, and then this happens right after the Diddy thing. We know how we feel about Diddy. It's all a whole thing. Even Tom Hanks, there's a whole plethora of Hollywood celebrities that either work for the CIA or they're in on it, or maybe they were on the list. Politicians, we heard, we know about Prince Andrew. Oh, I was going to show you guys these pictures too. It's wild. We're living in a very wild world. And I am disgusted. Disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. Hold on, I'm airdropping these two pictures so I can show you guys. Off my phone. Oh, I need another drink. Someone come get me my other drink. Okay, so let's talk. I'm gonna take this off for a minute. I can't imagine being no. Remember I did the last live I did on this? I talked about Virginia Giuffre. I can't remember how to say it. I'm sorry. She is one of the Epstein victims that supposedly unalived herself. Total bullshit. I don't believe she unalived herself. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. And now everyone's not talking about her. We're still talking about her. I have a live coming up on her, but hello, did everybody just forget this? Are we living in the Matrix? What are we doing? I don't know. I'm not too fond of living on Earth. Don't get me all wrong. I'm not an emo person, but I'm not going to get all emo now because some of you are going to freak. What is this? Excuse me? Ew. What? Not the feet. Not the Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein's girl. Okay, wait. And I have questions too. Ma'am, if there's no list, why is she still in prison? So are they saying that, let me get this right. So are they saying that Ghislaine, what's her name? Ghislaine Galat? I don't know. Okay, so why is she in prison, right? So they're saying what? If there's no other peoples involved in this, are they saying that Ghislaine and Epstein trafficked just to them? They were the one they trafficked, and they did all this corn and CSAM and abuse of children, like teenage girls under the age of 18 are children. So no PDF files here, by the way. So yeah, let me know, like, what is up with this? Oh, and she's rubbing his feet. Yuck. How do you say her name? Ghislaine? I've heard it Galat. I'm such an ass. Yeah, do you guys like that? Oh yeah, you like that foot action, don't you? No, those are not cute feet. The feet I'm going to show you this weekend, my feet are cute. Okay, but anyways, nasty. Hello, what the fuck? Nasty. Okay, and then hello, what? Is that the prince? We've seen this a million times. Some of us, this is engraved in our freaking brains, haunting us. And that's Virginia. Yeah, the girl who supposedly unalived herself. She was spilling the beans. She was an advocate. She was speaking out. She had sued them and she knew stuff. And here she is in the picture. And then all of a sudden she committed suicide. No, I think they took her out. Yeah, I do. I think they took her out. And if she did do it to herself, I don't know. Maybe they shot her up with BAM. You never know. Like, she was 15. And so why does Trump not care about Epstein? Because I know he says, like, oh, we stopped being friends like 2 decades ago. Sir, literally, sir, Mr. President, please do not come for me. I have a document. Hold on. By Katie Johnson. And it's Donald against Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And the paper sold, 2016. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so I have questions. Yeah, sure. I have concerns. Yeah, I think we're living in a sick world. No way she did it. That's the same story with the Cappy guy. Bam. Right, Eternal? You never know. Okay. Where was I? Bring me back to earth. Oh, yeah. I wanted to just play this video clip once again because, like, Lord knows who voted for Trump. Let me know because this is kind of ridiculous here.
Like a desecration. Do you want to waste?
I just.
Texas, we have.
Can you guys tell? Like, he's been, okay, we're not going to do this, Paul. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, sure.
Could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy. With
the greatest success and also tragedy from what's going on in Texas. Wait, there's been tragedies going on all over the world. And like now you want to speak up and say like, oh, this is going on, so forget Jeffrey Epstein. I'm like, wait.
What happened in Texas? It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released.
But wait, Trump used to be friends with him, ma'am, in the blonde, her, ma'am.
Never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent,
girl.
I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every year, every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
So you release the video with a minute missing, and then you say something like blah blah blah. I don't know. We fuck with the clocks. I don't know what. I don't know. Let me know if you do this at home. If you like set your clocks back. If you cut minutes out. I don't know. Let me know. And then so then she's like, so we're gonna release it. But we'll release the other 1 minute clip so you can see what we're talking about later. Yeah. A moment of silence because I'm very confused. Very confused. Ooh, my face is twitching. You know what? That is wild. I'm shook. Even my face twitched. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? I'm just like, yeah, that's the president of the United States of America. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. Remember, we don't do politics here. I'm not a hater. I voted for myself to be president. So it's not even like you can call me a hater. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I voted for myself. I voted for myself. So don't get mad at me. Okay, I'm going to pull up this video of I'm a hater. America. I'm not lying to your faces. They're lying to your faces. Yeah, they're lying. I'm not. I'm being honest with you guys. You guys can trust me. We love each other here. Okay. Someone tell me on the stream, MELLY 2028. Oh my God, eternal. I'm going to make merch, MELLY 2028. And I'm going to put my boobs on there. You guys like that? Yeah, I'm sure you would. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, wait. Someone please. What is this? I will never in my life get over that clip. We're going to watch that again. Dude. 1992. We need to hear, like, at this point, free Diddy. I don't actually truly believe that, but like you have these, I have no comments. I mean, you're going to let all of these powerful people out and hide files and politicians. I mean, you might as well just let everyone free. Yeah, all the killers, all the grapers, all the PDF files, let them free. Yeah. Bruh, I was one. You were one. And Donnie was getting freaky with Epstein. Oh my God, they're probably going to find my video and like come for me. Because you guys know that. I've told you guys before on previous cases I've reported. I actually had district attorneys once try to silence me. Little Melly. I'm just like a little nobody. Epstein was murdered. Absolutely. Diddy is guilty of being a freak. Oh, am I guilty now too? You were too old for them. Who? Who am I too old for? I was 0. Some coworker. Oh, hi, fam. Hi, my love. Some coworker I don't know was defending Diddy at work, and I was just like, mental note that I don't like her. Yeah, she's not allowed here. I didn't vote. Yeah, I can see that, fam. They like minors. Oh, and you're saying I'm old? Whatever, dude. Oh, whatever. They like children. Who's they? Well, was it very specific? Wait, let's watch that again together like a little family. I don't want you guys to think I hate Trump. I don't. I absolutely do not. If he wanted to give me a fat, let me tell you. If he wanted to pay me a fat check, I'd be okay with it. But I ain't doing shit though. I ain't going over there. No White House party. Oh my God, this is so good to be YouTube. Tonight I'll be sleeping, getting my beauty sleep, like, and then I'm gonna get like a notification. YouTube's gonna be like, we took your video down. No. Okay. Let's watch this one more time because it gives me like weird vibes. He's like ready to get down. He's like, I can't. I literally cannot. Yeah, that song is amazing. It'll never be the same after that little clip though. Yo, Melly coming in hot tonight. I'm dead. Let me see if I have another one of Trumpy getting jiggy with it. Oh my God. I low key. I love that he's like just like clapping. He's like, yeah, all the PDF files in the building. Yeah. Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Please don't come for me. Please don't come for me. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Are you still talking about that man? Okay, this is the Candace clip I wanted to show. Dude, she's beautiful and she goes in. She goes in. I'm like, please come on my show. I want to be like you. Okay. I'm just going to play a little bit because she goes in on the whole something.
I
feel like I can really...
Whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the step?
Yeah, sure. If I
Pam,
could,
could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Giuffre Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this.
Wait, he's like, yo, what do you mean? Like, I can't. We're gonna replay these over and over tonight. I like can't get over it, dude. I just really can't. Like, my life will never be the same. Will never be the same. Because he's like, are you still talking about him? Like, it's been years and years and years. And we're like, wait, it's been years and years and years. According to this video, 1992. I'm just saying, if he's your president, I mean, why can't I be the president? Why can't I be president? Yeah, why can't I be president? I don't know. That's really messed up. Oh, I was playing Candace, but I needed to go back to the video. Where's Trump's wife? I mean, I wanted to say something really mean, but I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't just bring that topic up because people are going to be like and stuff. And, you know, I don't want to block a ton of people tonight, but I will. Oh, okay. Let's finish the Candace.
We have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
Yeah, we are.
That is.
I love Candace.
You should believe it.
Yeah, we
You
are.
want to waste the time and
Believe it.
feel like answering?
I do.
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein.
Believe it.
If I'm the president, free BuzzBalls for everyone, baby. And BuzzBalls is a female-owned company, so I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. Free BuzzBalls for everyone, as long as you're not getting jiggy with it, with Trump and Epstein in a video.
Time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go
A
ahead.
desecration.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said, I was asked a question.
Melly, what does desecration mean? It means the act of desecrating something. Like they desecrated a grave. It means this. It means like blasphemy. Like it's used sometimes in non-religious contexts. It's like when idea that I think the public or the people care about is like treated disrespectfully. I think that's what that means, right? I don't know. Don't come for me. I'm not Webster's dictionary. I'm just little Melly over here doing my thing.
Question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every year, every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well.
You're looking.
It's missing every night. And that's it.
You're looking. It's in the hands of the Department of Bureaus, prison. You're looking. Oh wait, but who's the director of the FBI too? I mean, do you guys know all of this? Do you know that I'm not just talking out of my ass? I might on some things. Definitely not this.
On Epstein.
I love Candace's reaction. She just laughs.
I'm not laughing. You're laughing.
Isn't she beautiful and so
There's so much happening here. There's so much to unpack. It's amazing how stupid they think we are. First and foremost, what even is that Trump filibuster? Are you guys still interested? Are you guys still interested in that? Wow, I'm shocked because we are doing both amazing things in Texas. There are devastating and amazing. And what are we talking about with that is crazy. I mean, if you really want to talk about this guy, we can talk about this guy, but just so you know, we're doing some amazing and maybe some not so amazing things in Texas. Okay. Pam.
I love it. I love her reaction. I mean, she's a queen. She is a queen. But I have something for you, my little babies. You're going to love this one too.
You start and I'm ready.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS.
Remember, we just saw the video in 1992. So 1992, someone was up to something.
News.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
You guys hear that? She's talking to a kid.
Okay.
Oh wait, let me. Oh, sorry, I didn't go all the way
Behavior
back.
towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it? Okay.
Undo politics. I'm not a hater. I'm just bringing you, like, you know, things when I smoke my little vape, lay there and daydream about you guys and you know, stuff, and then I just come across these videos. Yeah, no, I don't know. I wanted to show you guys this. Don't get mad because I'm showing you guys the truth, okay? Don't get mad at me. Look at this. It says Jane Doe versus Donald J. Trump and Epstein. Notice of voluntary dismissal without prejudice pursuant to. By here and through counsel hereby gives notice the above caption action is voluntary dismissed without prejudice against the defendants. September 16, 2016. So what was that about? Like, why can't we know? Because he's the president? I don't care. Maybe I voted for him. Maybe I didn't. Like, I still don't think it's right. I still don't think it's right that he was hanging out with the PDF file. And I don't think it's right that they want to keep the Epstein files. And, oh, it's a conspiracy. He unalived himself. He knew he was going to be in prison. He knew a lot. He knew a lot. I don't think he was going to want to unalive himself when he had that much stuff against some of the most powerful people now in the world. Yeah, you know, I'm going to have nightmares about that video. Like, I just straight up am. I can't get over it. I'm actually, the truth hurts for some, most people on earth. How do you keep a straight face? I shouldn't, because I realized I hadn't liked the stream yet. Yes, please, femme. I can't be a king. Treat your woman like a queen, act like a king. Who's going to be my king? All of the videos are horrible one way or another. Yeah, no. And if you voted for him, that's fine, baby. I don't judge you. I still love you. You're still welcome here. As long as you don't get offended. As long as you don't get offended. You know, when I showed this video 17,000 times in one night, that YouTube's going to flag me because they're going to be like, bitch, what are you doing? That face? Are you guys sick of it? Who the hell is this guy in the mustache? Sir, in the mustache, can we ask you some questions? Who is that? Sir with the mustache. Who is this man? Oh, okay, let's look again. Look at that cute little face. Who? Can someone tell me who that is? I'm gonna have to Google face that, or Google image that, or whatever you call it. Google Earth it. Maybe it's somewhere. What is that? What is that animal? Oh, it's a person. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't have my new glasses on. Yeah, I don't have my new glasses on. I got new glasses. I don't have them on. Oh, wait. Oh my god, did you guys see Ghislaine in the background? Oh my god. We're like dissecting this 1-minute video, dude. We're going to be like deception detectives of this video. Do you see that hoe in the background? Like, look at this. Wait, you guys, pay attention. This is class time. Class time under the influence. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do it under the influence. Don't drink, don't smoke. It's all bad. It's all bad for your body. It's terrible. You drive a car. It's terrible. Pollution. It's terrible. Murder. It's terrible. Homelessness. It's terrible. Just don't smoke, don't drink. Okay. We don't do that here, but we do that here. I do that because I'm allowed to. Okay. Who's that in the background? Can we call her G? Let's call her G. Not because she's a G, but because I can't really say her name. Look at her smiling. She's like, dude, I can't even handle it. Thank you, CNBC, whatever you are. Oh, NBC, you gave me this video for tonight. We're dissecting this. We're dissecting. Like we're little MELLY investigators here. Where the hell is she? Did they clip her out all of a sudden? They know that we're watching this and they clipped her out? Paranoid much? Anyways, okay. Okay, I'm done with that video. I know, don't get mad. Don't unsubscribe, I promise. It's fun. What is the animal? Oh, it's a person. She's in the corner. Watch the tall guy. Yeah, I know. That's our next president. Me? MELLY 2028. Please vote. Go back for more. In the video? Go back to the video. Jizzy Maxwell. I'm dead. That's funny. Okay, wait. Okay, so I showed you guys the doc. Okay. There was something else I wanted to show you guys. Oh, there's too many good things. Oh, wait, let's not forget her. I do want to show her real quick. R.I.P. Well, don't worry. We'll come back to that video. It's video of the year for my channel, the Trump dancing to the disco music.
Virginia Giuffre, a prominent accuser of Jeffrey Epstein, has passed away. According to NBC News, citing Giuffre's family, the 41-year-old died by suicide in Near Gabby, Australia, where she had been living for several years. Virginia's family says in a statement to NBC News, "It is with utterly broken hearts that we announce that Virginia passed away last night at her farm in Western Australia. She lost her life to suicide after being a lifelong victim of sexual abuse and sex trafficking." The statement added, "Virginia was a fierce warrior in the fight against sexual abuse and sex trafficking. She was the light that lifted so many survivors. In the end, the toll of abuse is so heavy that it became unbearable for Virginia to handle its weight." Earlier this month, Virginia's rep confirmed to People magazine that she was released from a hospital in Perth, Australia, 1 week after announcing that she had been given 4 days to live following a car accident. According to Virginia, her medical ordeal came after her car collided with a school bus driving at nearly 70 miles per hour. No other details about the crash, including when or where it occurred, had been given. Per NBC News, Giuffre was one of the earliest and loudest voices calling for criminal charges against Epstein and his enablers. She also provided critical information to law enforcement that contributed to the investigation into and later the conviction of Epstein's associate Ghislaine Maxwell, as well as other investigations by the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York.
You know how beautiful she is. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe she committed suicide. Nah, you can't pay me to even believe that. Hold on, I'm pulling up this other video. R.I.P. Virginia. She is part of MELLYverse. This is so sad. That's a strange way of. She had just prior to that whole thing, she had said that she was excited to release, like, ooh, this is a good document I found. We're not covering this tonight. Put it away, Melly. Put it away. Okay, this one's good. This one's good. We're not going to get into that one tonight. I'm reading your guys' comments. Yeah, no, I don't believe. She had said that she was excited about, not excited, but, you know, she was eager to release information and blah, blah, blah. And she was doing all these things. I don't believe she did it. I don't believe it. And her family didn't. Remember, if I made a whole live on this with the interview from her dad, I have a live on this. So I'll make a playlist and update it tonight so you guys can access it, because I covered that whole thing.
List. What do you tell MAGA supporters who say,
I'm going to play this clip about the White House exhaustive review from DOJ and FBI found no Jeffrey Epstein, whatever. They're like, no one was involved. Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein were just trafficking to each other. That's it. That's it. No one else was involved. Nope. Nope. Okay, wait. So I'm going to grab another drink while this plays. It's like a 2-minute clip. Don't hate, appreciate.
they want anyone involved in Jeffrey Epstein's alleged crimes to be held accountable?
This administration wants anyone who has ever committed a crime to be held accountable. And I would argue this administration has done more to lock up bad guys than certainly the previous administration. And the Trump administration is committed to truth and to transparency. That's why the Attorney General and the FBI Director pledged at the president's direction to do an exhaustive review of all of the files related to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes and his death. And they put out a memo in conclusion of that review. There was material they did not release because, frankly, it was incredibly graphic and it contained child pornography, which is not something that's appropriate for public consumption. But they committed to an exhaustive investigation. That's what they did, and they provided the results of that. That's transparency.
Follow up on that,
Sure.
Caroline. Okay, so the FBI looks at the circumstances surrounding the death of Jeffrey Epstein. According to the report, this systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?
Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network on Fox
I've
News.
got the quote.
Go ahead.
John Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the
It's on my desk right now, but then she's like, there was no one, there's nothing.
paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to, and I'll let her speak for that. But again, when it comes to the FBI and the Department of Justice, they are more than committed to ensuring that bad people are put behind bars. They have an operation going on right now called Summer Heat, which has our murder rate trending in the lowest direction in United States history. Their emphasis on violent crime and locking up violent criminals has led to the arrest of 14,000 violent criminals. That's a 62% increase from the same time period last year. So this Attorney General and the FBI Director are committed to putting bad people behind bars where they belong. They promised an exhaustive review. That's what they did. For any further details, I would refer you to the Department of Justice.
Oops. Oh, the Department of Justice.
and
Yeah,
your
what is
memo
justice?
and-
Oh my God. Let's watch this.
Released yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein. It left some
Again.
lingering mysteries. One of the
Bullying
biggest
me.
ones is whether he ever
I'll
worked
see.
for a American
You better
or foreign intelligence
cut it out.
agency. The
Don't bully
former
me.
Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the set?
Yeah, sure. If I
Pam, could I just interrupt for 1
Sure.
second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time? And do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're.
Can you guys hear the song in the background?
lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well.
We know she's a liar. We know she's a damn liar. Let's dig into this document real quick. We're going to read this. I feel like we need to read it. Here we go. Department FBI. As part of our commitment to transparency, the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation have conducted an exhaustive review of investigative holdings related to the Jeffrey Epstein case. To ensure that the review was thorough, the FBI conducted digital searches of its databases, hard drives, network drives, as well as physical searches of squad areas, locked cabinets, desks, closets, and other areas where responsive material may have been stored. These searches uncovered a significant amount of material, including more than 300 gigabytes of data and physical evidence. The files relating to Epstein include a large volume of images of Epstein, images and videos of victims who are either minors or appear to be minors, and over 10,000 downloaded videos and images of illegal child sex, CSAM, and other pornography. Teams of agents, analysts, attorneys, and privacy and civil liberty experts comb through the digital and documentary evidence with the aim of providing as much information as possible to the public while simultaneously protecting victims. Much of the material is subject to court-ordered sealing. Only a fraction of this material would have been aired publicly had Epstein gone to trial, as the seal served only to protect victims and did not expose any additional third parties to allegations of illegal wrongdoing. Through this review, we found no basis to revisit the disclosure of the materials and will not permit the release of child pornography. Yeah, so they're saying that even if, like, we would have never seen any of it, none of it. The systematic review revealed no incriminating quote unquote client list. There was also no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. Consistent with prior disclosures, this review confirmed that Epstein harmed over 1,000 victims. Over 1,000 victims. But nobody has came out and spoken out either, right? Like there's 1,000 victims and nobody has, like, have we seen any civil lawsuits? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't anybody speaking out? Each suffered unique trauma. Sensitive information relating to these victims is intertwined throughout the materials. This includes specific details such as victim names and likeliness, physical descriptions, places of birth, associates, and employment history. One of our highest priorities is combating child exploitation and bringing justice to victims. Perpetuating unfolded theories about Epstein serves neither of those ends. They're like, forget about it. Forget it ever happened. To that end, while we have labored to provide the public with maximum information regarding Epstein and ensured examination of any evidence in the government's possession, it is in the determination of the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation that no further disclosure would be appropriate or warranted. After a thorough investigation, FBI investigators concluded that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York on August 10th, 2019. This conclusion is consistent with previous findings, including the August 19th, 2019 autopsy, findings of the New York City Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, the November 2019 position of the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York in connection with the investigation of federal correction officers responsible for guarding Epstein, and the June 2023 conclusion of the DOJ's Office of the Inspector General. Also, I have another concern. Why, Hussein, are you still here? What about the guards? The guard that allegedly found him or something, or was on shift. There was 2 guards that I think got fired and put on leave or whatever because of this, and they ended up getting fired. And I'm just curious, like, they also were sworn to secrecy or what? Why haven't they spoken out? Like, can we ask them? The conclusion that Epstein died by suicide is further supported by video footage from the common area of the special housing unit where Epstein was housed at the time of his death. That's the video we just saw. As DOJ's Inspector General explained it in 2023, anyone entering or attempting to enter the tier where Epstein's cell was located from the SHU common area would have been captured by this footage. The FBI's independent review of this footage confirmed that from the time Epstein was locked in his cell around 10:40 p.m. on August 9th, 2019 until around 6:30 a.m. the next morning, nobody entered any of the tiers in the special housing unit. During this review, the FBI enhanced the relevant footage by increasing its contrast balancing, the color, and improving its sharpness for greater clarity and viewability. The full raw and enhanced videos are available, so we're going to watch them. Okay, yeah, you guys can see this. What is this show? And 1 minute's left out. Supposedly that's the cell he was in. We're not going to watch all of this. This is 10 hours. So we might watch it this weekend. Yeah, we might just stare at the door. Thank you. Thank you, DOJ. We really needed to see that. We really just needed to see that no one went up there. But then you shorted the video by 1 minute. I don't know what happened in that minute. You edited it for clarity. What did you actually really do? Yeah, it's 10 hours, dude. I know. And this is at 7:41 p.m. So they're basically showing that he didn't leave that nobody entered his cell to unalive him. Yeah. But okay, we'll watch that this weekend. So bring your popcorns, bring your drink, bring your tree. We're going to watch it for 10 hours. But in the Candace episode, she shows what I was saying earlier about the different doors. Because I heard that on what podcast? I heard that on Candace before, but I've also heard it on other. Only take a minute for someone to get in there. That's what I'm saying. The 1 minute we needed to see. Oh, and Pammy Bondi or whatever her name is, sitting next to the dancer, Trumpy. She's like, oh, we'll get the minute and show you guys later. And I'm like, later when? Like when I'm dead? When I'm dead later, or like when? Or when we watch this video again? Because this is the present. Oh, you're so sick of me? The video. Jules. I'm like being so nosy. I like to watch. Now that we saw Ghislaine there, and then we see Mustache Mushroom Man. Who else is there? Someone said the tall guy. We're dissecting. Look at a Ghislaine right here, and then the pink tie, and then this PDF file right here. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh, that face. Oh yeah. I'm horrified. I'm shook. Okay. I promise I won't play that again tonight because you guys are gonna hate me. Because I played it like 74 times. Oh, I was gonna show you guys the Candace picture. Not the Candace picture, it's the Candace clip again. He still has a newborn mouth. Stop, dude. I like choked. Okay. Watch what she says. She's so right too. I love her. Someone tell Candace that I want to hang out with her.
It's crazy to look at the pictures that are being provided here as solid evidence that nobody went into Epstein's cell, because there aren't even the same doors. So way back when Epstein committed suicide, they released a picture of his cell door. This is the picture that was given to the media. It was passed all around. I'm showing you a still from 60 Minutes. You can see up close, you're looking at a just, I guess, observe with your own eyes here. Spot what doesn't belong, spot what the differences are here. This is the door that we were showed way back when. And this is the door that's in the footage.
Y'all, did you see that door in the video? Supposedly that was the door before. Oh, it looks different now.
Harvard, lock me up. Also, I just want to point out, in case I know we mentioned it yesterday, and I said I'm actually going to look into it. It's crazy to look at the pictures that are being provided here as solid evidence that nobody went into Epstein's cell, because there aren't even the same doors. So way back when Epstein committed suicide, they released a picture of his cell door. This is the picture that was given to the media. It was passed all around. I'm showing you a still from 60 Minutes. You can see up close, you're looking at just, I guess, observe with your own eyes here. Spot what doesn't belong. Spot what the differences are here. This is the door that we were showed way back when, and this is the door that's in the footage.
Wait, is that the same door, or have I had too many Modelos tonight? Is that the same door? Wait, is it the same door? Am I tripping? Is it all me? In my head, I'm a crazy, toxica, paranoid. No. 60 seconds. Dude. What is the name of that song that Trumpy was dancing to? Because I'm like, I want to dance to you guys, or with you guys, or for you guys. It's like Cornered. Against all logic, I missed you. Not the same door. No, you guys, it is the same door. Why are you guys saying it's not? It looks exactly the same. Like, it's totally the same thing. It's like the same exact door. Yeah, believe it. Believe everything they tell you. Yeah. There's a window. There's a window. Yeah, no, believe it. Absolutely fucking believe it. No phone. I'm joking. You guys know that, right? Like, ha ha ha. Absolutely not. Is that even the same prison? Like, I even wonder. Go back. Oh, we're dissecting this. Yeah. The Trump administration is going to come here and be like, she dissected this video so many times that we're going to hire her to be a federal CIA or a CIA agent. Yeah. Because that's what Tom Hanks does. And that's what Penn does, according to Candace. Hey, I don't know. Okay, let's watch it again.
Harvard, lock me up. Also, I just want to point out, in case I know we mentioned it yesterday, and I said I'm actually going to look into it. It's crazy to look at the pictures that are being provided here as solid evidence that nobody went into Epstein's cell, because there aren't even the same doors. So way back when Epstein committed suicide,
she's like, do you guys believe that? Because, they're not even the same doors. No, Candace, they are the same doors. You're seeing, your eyes are cloudy. You're clouded. You're being clouded. Your perspective is being clouded. It is the same exact door. I don't know, Melly, you might be on the Epstein list, or you mean the Candace list? I don't know, Ender, you might be on their list. You might be. Okay, wait, let's watch that.
They released a picture of his cell door. This is the picture that was given to the media. It was passed all around. I'm showing you a still from 60 Minutes. You can see up close, you're looking at just, I guess, observe with your own eyes here. Spot what doesn't belong. Spot what the differences are here. This is the door that we were showed way back when, and this is the door.
Dude,
it's crazy to look at the pictures that are being provided here as solid evidence that nobody went into Epstein's cell, because there aren't even the same doors. So way back when Epstein committed suicide, they released a picture of his cell door. This is the picture that was given to the media. It was passed on.
Dude, it's like not even in the corner. There's, like Abuelita said, there's no damn phone. Where's the 46? Did they paint it different? Did they remodel this prison? Okay, let's get the files for that. Like, did they do some remodeling? What's up with the red thing up here? Like, what is going on? Like, oh, but it's the same door.
Around. I'm showing you a still from 60 Minutes. You can see up close, you're looking at just, I guess, observe with your own eyes here. Spot what doesn't belong. Spot what the differences are here. This is the door that we were showed way back when, and this is the door that's in the footage.
Could it be? Could it be? And maybe they just removed the phone. Maybe they redid some of the walls over here. Maybe this door we didn't have vision to. Maybe they painted green. Although all of this, yeah, looks older. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
From yesterday. That's just not the same door at all. And so now they're like, oh, that's a door you go through to get to another door. Okay. So we didn't see everything. We very clearly have not seen everything. And we also have a minute of the footage missing. All of this is problematic. Why are people falling over themselves to protect Jeffrey Epstein? Because he is something of a linchpin to this matrix, right? You really, once you start prodding this narrative, you start to understand globally what is happening. And the stakes are very high, right? This exposes everything. It exposes the military industrial complex. It exposes human trafficking. It exposes the gangsters, the banksters, the frauds. It exposes an operation on college campuses, high school level, Dalton School. And I like to say the best way to think about it is like Harry Potter, like I said yesterday, we are the muggles. These people are among us and they are being brought through the system so that they always have influence over our.
Do you believe it? Do you believe it or no? Because how is Diddy only getting 6 years? How is Diddy only getting 6 years? Humor me, please. Please. And put a corner in the wall. Yeah, I guess put a corner in the wall. His room in a corner. What? I can't even talk. A corner in the mall, please. In the wall. His room was downstairs, they said in his interview. What the buzzball shit is going on here? Money talks. Yo, why am I not seeing any of that money? They want me to hide some videos. Nothing with children. They're all in the same club. Diddy's going to be out. And then guess what? Okay, mark my words here. I'm going to note this down in the class book. Okay, I took notes too. Against All Logic came to class tonight. Jules came to class tonight. Abuelita. They so dumb. How they gonna mess that door pickup? Cat Randall, where have you been? He'll do 6 years in federal penitentiary. No, dude. 6 years. He already did 1, and then they're gonna be like, he's too famous. Minus 1 year. He has millions. Okay, minus 1 year. He got beat up. Minus 1 year. And so Diddy will probably be out by mid 2026. Write it down. I'm writing it down. If I'm wrong, what? Are you going to spank me? Diddy's going to suddenly suicide himself too. You want to know what I was going to say? I was going to say Diddy's going to be let out, or he's going to do an Epstein thing, or they're going to set him up like Epstein. And I was thinking our girl G, Ghislaine, is that her name? Ghislaine, Gelato. I don't know. What was it? I can't remember. And that sounds good right now. Okay. Anyways, what I was saying is she's going to be let out. Trumpy is going to pardon her. You saw her in that video. She was like, when he was like, and like licking his lips. He was like, and I was like, that's the president of America. Why does it make me feel uncomfortable that he was doing that? Yeah, I get it. He's younger, but like, why are you hanging out with the PDF file? Puff got 6 years. That's what I think. Gillette. Okay, can we call her Jelaine? Are you watching AI stuff? No. Cat Randall doesn't even believe it. Cat Randall's like, that is a lie. That is not Trumpy on the screen. That is AI Melly. He'll get out in 4 years probably. No, dude. Puffy will be on house arrest. I'm telling you. By 2026, he'll be out. Yeah, he'll be out. Ghislaine, Jizz. Wait, what? Jizz? Okay, that's inappropriate. But here we go, Cat Randall. I wanted to show you this so you believe that it's not AI. Ready, everyone? How many times have we seen this video in class tonight? Take fucking notes because I'm keeping track and I'm going to quiz you. Okay, ready? Cat Randall's ready for this. Oh my God, I did. Okay, have we figured out who this guy is? I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna do a background search on him. I want to find out who that is. Here she is. Gelato. Gillette. She's like, tonight's a good night. We're getting all the children. Not funny. Not funny, but literally. Don't come for me because I'm just telling you the truth. Look at him. Cheetos really. Yeah, okay. So you guys saw that. I read that little document over okay, let's get into the old lawsuit that I said. I have to write down things because I forget. You know, I forget things. Okay, we read the DOJ report. They were like, la 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 la, nothing happened, no one was there. Okay, so now this is not a hate video on Trumpy Cheetos. Nope. Who was it you thought was an animal? Oh, the guy with the mustache. I thought it was a chipmunk. This is not a political live. I'm just bringing up the facts of the world. I'm good. Wait, are you mad at me? We knew you were going to play it again. I love that you guys know me so well, dude. Newborn mouth never developed. That was our abuelita that said that. That wasn't me. He said that. I can speculate mid-60s, late 90s. This shady shit. Wait, what am I doing? Wait, you're mad at me, Cat Randall? Wait, is this for real? Is this for real? No, the topic. Oh, I was like, wait, I'm just showing you clips from NBC and court documents. Okay. I didn't want you to be upset with me, Cat Randall. Let's get to it. I have another court document to read. Wait, do I win an Oscar? Do you guys think I would be good at acting or no? Or just showing you guys my ass? Which am I better at? From NBC. Hey, no. Jules is like, bye. Never talking to you again. Okay, wait. Oh, now that I'm trying to access the documents, now they are forbidding me. Wow. Just kidding. I was looking at the wrong tab. Okay. I was almost convinced though. Katie Johnson. This was filed April 26, 2016. I'm trying to think, was I in jail or like what was I doing around that time? What is the year right now? 2025. Okay. So almost 10 years ago. Yeah, I think I was shaking my ass somewhere drinking, not in jail. I think I was like in college. Probably getting high. Probably like, oh my God, YouTube's gonna come for me. Probably drinking the alcohols when I wasn't supposed to be. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. Katie Johnson versus Donald J. Cheeto and Jeffrey Epstein. Freshly out of diapers. Wait, what did Jules say? We knew it was coming. Read my comment. The full moon is passing now. Oh, Cat Randall, that's why we're up. Wait, read what comment, Jules? I was going to actually ask if you can actually cry. Over Cheeto? Maybe at the end of the live, so I mess up my makeup. I did a little look into the earth spin. Jules wants you to cry. Oh my God. Okay, maybe at the end of the live. Okay, because let's see. Because I don't want to mess up my makeup now. Okay. So, complaint for claim relief due to SA abuse under the threat of harm, conspiracy to deprive civil rights. Yeah. I don't know. Like, maybe next time we vote for the president, we should, like, maybe, like, look into their background. Like, I don't know. Do you guys care? If you guys don't care, then why do you guys give a shit what I've done? Not you guys in the chat specifically. I'm basically talking about to like the ignorant people. Are you in Fullerton? No. No. And there's no other Melly, so get over it. Yeah, so wait. I thought you couldn't have like a record and be president of the United States, because if you can, then that means that I have a chance. It means that I might be president. Melly 2028 merch is going to be boobs and a buzzball. Melly 2028. So if the earth is spinning and it has long hair, where do you hold the ponytail? The earth is spinning. That's a really good question. If the earth is spinning and you have long hair like me, where do you hold the ponytail? I feel like are you holding the ponytail? Or how are you holding the ponytail? Like, I guess I have questions. How big is the ponytail? Now model 2028. Now model. What kind of question is it? You know what, Wedding Pink? I'm going with Italy. Oh. I feel like you stumped me on that question, Kat Rundle. I'm like, actually, you kind of stumped me on that one. I'm dead. Okay, let's get into it. Plaintiff Katie Johnson, for causes of actions against defendants Donald Cheeto and Giuffre E., alleges as follows. Jurisdiction is pursuant to the law as plaintiff resides in the state of California. And the action is for damages above $75,000. That was it? $75,000? $75,000? I would ask for a lot more like that. Yeah, okay, let's see. The venue, okay, whatever. We don't care about the venue. Parties. The plaintiff, Katie Johnson, resides in the state of California. Defendants, Donald J. Cheeto and Giuffre E., reside in the state of New York. Factual allegations. Are you ready for this? What was the year that this was filed? 2016, abuelita. That's why I was like, I was shaking my ass or something, doing illegal stuff. Something like, I don't know, probably like smoking behind the shed. I don't know, probably ditching high school. Was I still in high school? Oh, no, I'm actually way off. 2016, yeah, I was probably like at the club with a fake ID, probably drinking an adios. Isn't Pres Cheetos a felon? Yeah. So then that means like everyone who's a felon can be president. Can you guys please vote for me? Can you guys please vote for me? Because I want to be president. Will you guys put me on the ballot? Will you fill it in? I might not be on there. I might not be on the ballot, but you guys can always write it in, you know? Melly Star from YouTube. Melly Star from YouTube, president 2028. Is that when the term is over? I don't know. I'm not into politics. I'm not even being a hater. I'm just showing you guys what's up. Okay? And it's not my fault that he looks like a Cheeto. Like Jules said, if you have all that money, like get yourself a good tanning artist. Like, goddamn. Like my ass looks better than that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I have been orange too. I have self-tanned. I am a crime of that. There's pictures where I'm like at the club and I'm thinking I look so fine. And I'm like, what's up wrong with my makeup and what is wrong with my tan? And that was like when we were wearing like Abercrombie clothes, you know, like I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I was one of those. I was. Don't worry, but I'm a criminal like Cheeto head. So don't come for me. Then how did he get to vote? Wait, stop judging him and move on to a different topic. This is what I didn't want, okay? Aaron, don't come for me, Aaron. Do not come for me. Don't, because I think you're mad. I'm going to tell you why you're mad. I'll show you why you're mad. I'll show you. Aaron's like, Melly made that video. She did it. Sue her. She did it. That Mexican girl, she made that video. She did it. She's coming for the president. Get her. You can't deport me because you can't. Which is fucked up. But yeah. This is a problem here. I think I've played this like 18 times tonight. I might get in trouble. I'm willing to take that risk. Okay, fine. I promise I won't do it again. I promise. Why he got those BK eyebrows? I didn't even catch that. The kid was found not guilty and a felon. Wait. Okay, so next time I have court, I'm going to be like, Mr. Judge, Cheeto Trump, he got to be president and he's a felon. Therefore, I think you should drop my charges. Epstein looks weird as fuck. Okay, wait. I was reading a document and I got distracted by that. Okay, someone find out the name of that song because I'm going to dance to it for you guys after. I know you guys love it when I dance. Don't lie. Okay. Lie as you tell. You can just download the song, you know. I'll allow it. Thank you, Kat Randall. Okay, so what is the name of it? Like, what is the name of it? Because I don't know. Okay. Factual allegations. Ready? The plaintiff, Katie, alleges that the defendants, Cheeto Trump and Giuffre Epstein, did willfully and with extreme malice violate her rights by and physically abusing her. SA. Plaintiff Johnson by forcing her to engage in various perverted and depraved SEX acts by threatening physical harm to plaintiff Johnson and also her family. Yeah. Oh, is that it? Okay. Where's Katie Johnson now? I want to know. I want to know if she's still alive. Did she unalive herself too, like Virginia? I'm just curious. Listen to this, you guys. Dude, how is this the president? The plaintiff, Katie Johnson, alleges that the defendants, Trump and Epstein, also did willfully, with extreme malice, violate whatever rule by conspiring to deny plaintiff Johnson her civil rights by making her their sex slave. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I'll give you the address of the court that this was filed in 2016. Go take it up with them, dude. Don't get mad at me. They groomed Puffy. Yeah, dude. Puffy's in on it. Puffy's so in on it. Puffy's laughing his ass off right now in his cell, probably popping like a methadone, and he's probably living life. I'm not kidding, because that's what they have those in jail, in prison. What comment, Eternal? Sometimes if it's YouTube flag, YouTube will flag it, not me. YouTube, you know what? And I'm talking about Trump, so they're probably watching me right now. They're like, we're going to take her live down. We're going to take it down. We're going to take it down because she showed Trump doing this with the predator. Yeah. They're like, take her down. Take her down. I don't know. They're probably outside my door now. Okay, let's move on. The plaintiff, Katie Johnson, alleges she was subject to extreme and physical abuse by the defendants, including forcible rape, during a 4-month time span covering the months of June to September of 1994. Booyah. That video of them dancing, Trumpy, 1992. Oh, yeah, so they probably made a deal that night. He was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And then in 1994, this is what happens. She was only a minor of age 13. Dude, can you read? Can you read English? Can you read English? Do you read English? Good night. Don't do it again. Don't play the video again? Okay. They're all friends, Richie Rich. Oh no, Abuelitas is like, she's too much tonight. I gotta go. We need to keep her first. They outside your door with the song ready on that video. You know Puffy is running a one-man smuggling ring out. Yup. You going to sleep, Mama? She's mad. Abuelita's like, Melly can never behave. They're coming for all of us. Yeah. They're like, everyone in her life. All of them. They were reading a court document. Arrest them. I can speak English. Okay, plaintiff alleges she was enticed by promises of money and a modeling career to attend a series of underage sex parties held at the New York City residence of defendant Jeffrey Epstein, attended by Trump. On the first occasion involving the defendant, Donald J. Trump, the plaintiff, Katie, was forced to manually stimulate Trump with the use of her hand upon defendant Trump's erect penis until he reached Maxwell Big O. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's like a Sex in the City episode. Like, the Big O. Orgasm. Do I need to spell it out for you? Okay. ORGASM. On the second occasion involving the defendant, Trump, the plaintiff was forced to orally copulate Trump by placing her mouth upon the defendant's erect penis until he reached a schmexual O. Melly, why are you saying that? Because YouTube will get me in trouble. The things in motions. And that's a thing. Okay. What the hell? I heard it's mushroom shape. Ew. You're going on timeout. I love them. Oh, that's where it went somewhere. Oh. Okay, let's move on. On third occasion, involving the defendant, Donald J. Trump, plaintiff was forced to engage in an unnatural lesbianist sex act with her fellow minor. I haven't even read this. Okay. What? What? I'm not playing. This was actually filed. Okay. Hold the telefono. Hold it. Hold it right there. Yeah. What court was this? Oh, did I say it in LA? Central District of California. Eastern Division, because the plaintiff resides in San Bernardino. Oh, hell nah. We don't want you here. Okay, let's move on. You guys, this is terrible. This is not cool. This is who's running the earth right now. Why? Why? Tootsie Roll. You guys, this is brutal. Okay, ready? On third occasion involving Trump, the plaintiff was forced to engage in unnatural lesbian sex act with her fellow minor and sex slave, Maria Doe, aged 12. 12 and 13. For the sexual enjoyment of defendant Trump. After this act, both minors were forced to orally copulate defendant Trump by placing their mouths simultaneously on his erect eggplant until he achieved schmexual orgasm. Oh, I said it. Not me saying like a word that's in the English dictionary and, you know, you learn at the doctors, but YouTube won't allow it because who knows? Politics. After zipping up his pants, defendant Trump physically pushed both minors away while angrily berating them for the poor quality of their sexual performance. Dude. On the fourth and final encounter with defendant Trump and the plaintiff was tied to a bed by Trump, who then forcibly raped her. During the course of this savage schmexual attack, Johnson pleaded loudly with defendant to please wear a condom. Defendant Trump responded by violently striking Johnson in the face with his open hand and screaming that he would do whatever he wanted as he refused to wear protection. Who does that sound like? Dude, don't be fooled by everything you see on here. Most of the YouTubers that I know and you know are just fakes anyways. But other than me and Candace, those are the only people you should watch ever in your life. Diddy. And the freak-offs. He wouldn't let any of the females wear condoms. He wouldn't let any of the males with the females wear condoms, is what I meant. Substandard. You guys, this was literally filed in a court. Why was it dropped after? I don't know. Is Katie still alive? I want to know. I'm definitely looking into it tonight. Because, like, where is she? Did they get rid of her too? After achieving orgasm, the defendant, Trump, put his suit back on, and when the plaintiff, in tears, asked what would happen if he had impregnated her, Trump grabbed his wallet and threw some money at her and screamed that she should use the money to get a fucking abortion. On the first occasion involving the defendant, Jeffrey Epstein, the plaintiff, was forced to disrobe into her bra and panties and give a full body massage to Epstein while he was completely naked. During the massage, Epstein physically forced plaintiff Johnson to touch his erect eggplant with her bare hands and to clean up his ejaculated semen after he achieved the big O. Don't get mad at me, okay? Like, Melly's just brought you... Did you guys even know that this document was out? Like, did you guys know? Did you guys know? Did anybody know? I mean, he's a felon and was doing like, what was he doing? With the money and tax fraud or something? What was the thing? What were the charges? I don't know. Because I don't do politics, but I do politics when it involves this. Yeah. If it went through the courts, I don't care if the charges were dropped. It means something happened. It means something is spot on. None of you knew this? Oh, okay. On the second occasion involving the defendant Epstein, plaintiff was forced to oh, wait. I already read that part. Sorry. Shortly after this assault by the defendant Jeffrey Epstein on the plaintiff was still present while the two defendants were arguing who would be the one to take her virginity. The defendant, Donald J. Trump, was clearly heard referring to defendant Epstein as a Jew bastard as he yelled at Epstein that clearly he, defendant Trump, should be the lucky one to pop her cherry. Will you guys get mad if I like throw up everywhere? Like, I know it'll be clipped by all my trolls, but like if I literally vomit on the computer. Like, what? Like, what the heck? Yo. Mm-mm. The third and final assault by defendant Jeffrey Epstein and Katie took place after Johnson had been brutally and savagely raped by defendant Trump. While receiving another full body massage from the plaintiff while in the nude, Epstein became so enraged after finding out that defendant Trump had been the one to take her virginity. Defendant Epstein also violently raped her. After forcing Johnson to disrobe into her bra and panties while receiving a massage from the plaintiff, defendant Epstein attempted to enter Johnson's anal cavity with his erect eggplant while trying to restrain her. Plaintiff Johnson attempted to push defendant Epstein away, at which time defendant Epstein attempted to enter Johnson's vagina with his erect eggplant. This attempt to brutally sodomize and rape defendant by Epstein was finally repelled by plaintiff, but not before Epstein was able to achieve orgasm. After perversely sodomizing and raping her, the defendant Giuffre attempted to strike her about the head with his closed fist while he angrily screamed at Johnson that he, defendant, should have been the one who took her cherry, not Mr. Trump, before she finally managed to break away from defendant Epstein. The plaintiff, Katie Johnson, was fully warned on more than one occasion by defendants Trump and Epstein that were she ever to reveal any of the details of the sex and physical abuse that she had suffered as a sex slave for Trump and Epstein, that plaintiff Johnson and her family would be in mortal danger. Plaintiff Johnson was warned that this would mean certain death for herself and her family unless she remained silent forever on the exact details of the depraved and perverted sexual and physical abuse she had been forced to endure from the defendants. That's why Katie has not spoken out. I'm sure Katie has a lot to say, and she's silenced or she is dead. Material witnesses. Tiffany Doe, a former trusted employee of defendant Epstein, has agreed to provide sworn testimony in this civil case and any other future civil or criminal proceedings, fully verifying the authenticity of the claims of plaintiff Katie Johnson. Witness Tiffany Doe was employed by Epstein for more than 10 years as a party planner for his underage sex parties. Are they liars? Now you have. Are they liars? Like, no, she's not lying. A person who was employed by Epstein for more than 10 years is saying she would be a witness. Despite being subject to constant terroristic threats by Epstein and Trump to never reveal the details of the underage sex parties at which scores of teenagers and preteen girls were used as sex slaves by defendant Epstein and Trump, witness Tiffany Doe refuses to be silent any longer. She has agreed to fully reveal the extent of sexual perversion and physical cruelty that she personally witnessed at these parties by defendant Epstein and Trump. Material witness Tiffany Doe fully confirms all of plaintiff Katie Johnson's allegation of physical and sex abuse by the defendants. Tiffany Doe was physically present at each of the 4 occasions of sex abuse by defendant Trump upon the person of plaintiff Johnson, as it was her job to witness all of the sexual escapades of defendant Epstein's guests at these underage sex parties and later reveal all of the sordid details directly to defendant Epstein. Defendant Epstein also demanded that Tiffany Doe tell him personally everything she had overheard at these parties, explaining to her that knowledge was king in the financial world. As a result of these underage sex parties, defendant Epstein was able to accumulate inside business knowledge that he would otherwise have never been privy to in order to amass his huge personal fortune. Material witness Tiffany Doe will testify that she was also present or had direct knowledge of each of the 3 instances on which defendant Epstein physically and SCX abused the plaintiff. Tiffany Doe will testify to the fact that the plaintiff, Katie, was extremely fortunate to have survived all of the physical and sexual horrors inflicted upon her by the defendant Epstein and Trump. Claim for relief. She asked for $100 million. As a result of the defendant's affirmation acts, which they willfully and maliciously violated by sexually and physically abusing the then 13-year-old Johnson under threat of harm to her and her family, by the defendants conspiring to deny civil rights of the plaintiff by making her their sex slave. April 26, 2016. That's wild. And that she would like go up against them is wild. Basically by herself. Where there's smoke, there's fires. I want 100 mil. I'm shook. I'm literally shook. Okay, we're gonna watch. Don't worry, I'm not gonna play that clip again. I'm not gonna play. Okay, we're gonna watch this like NBC clip or whatever. I'm not gonna play the dancing clip. Don't get mad at me. Yeah, that was a document filed in 2016.
Conspiracy theory some of its highest-ranking officials helped to promote. The department now says disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein did in fact die by suicide and never had a so-called client list with lots of damaging and politically important names on it. FBI Director Kash Patel and Deputy Director Dan Bongino, before they joined the Bureau, alleged cover-ups and corruption in the incarceration death of Epstein, a convicted sex trafficker. Today's announcement came after promises of big, blockbustery disclosures. Joining me now, White House correspondent for Semaphore, Shelby Talcott, congressional reporter for Notice, that's News of the U.S., Daniela Diaz, and our Department of Justice reporter, Jake Rosen. It's great to have you here at the family table. Thanks so much. Happy Monday. Jake, walk our audience through what was now released, or what has been released by the Trump Justice Department, and how much it differs from the exaggerated, overheated claims made before those who now release it were in positions of authority.
Well, we've heard these claims for years, going back before President Trump's even first term, about what Jeffrey Epstein was doing, the connections between President Trump and other high-profile politicians, including the Clintons and a number of other people, and Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking operations that he ran. What the Department of Justice put out today and sent to reporters and posted online was a 2-page memo in which they said that, according to their investigation, that all evidence shows that Epstein did in fact likely commit suicide in that cell, and they released 10 plus hours of video footage in which you can scrub through it. Nobody enters that cell in the day and hours in which
we know that's a
he
lie.
died. In addition to that, they also said that no further documents would be coming out about this case, effectively ending the public disclosures that the Trump administration has been doing with everything from JFK, RFK, MLK, and these Epstein files. In addition to that, they said there is a systematic review, said there was no so-called client list, which has been at the center of all these, in which they've said that there is some kind of list, which even Elon Musk said a couple of weeks ago, including high-profile names, which featured Donald Trump, in addition to a number of other people, part of this so-called cabal, right, of people who were part of this liberal elite that were, or conservative elite in this case, potentially, that were working to somehow cover up their own tracks in terms of sex.
Quickly, how has this been digested by the MAGA ecosphere?
Well, in February, Attorney General Pam Bondi had some people at the White House, top Trump acolytes online. They all walked out of the Oval Office after meeting with Bondi, held up binders that said the Epstein Files Part 1. all of that stuff, it turned out, was already publicly in the sphere. One of those people, who goes by DC Drano, called it shameful that there was a cover-up. We saw Congressman Anna Paulina Luna say that she was completely disappointed by what happened today, and Elon Musk said this is the final straw of a cover-up, and actually said there have been 0 days since there have been additional arrests, basically mocking this idea or belief that there was some kind of arrests coming as a result of this.
I don't know. This is wild. And the fact that all this stuff like resurfaces, I'm just like, I didn't know. I didn't know. And you didn't know. And now we know. Now we know.
Sex trafficking. Everyone he's ever met has abandoned him. He has no.
Let's start
Ever
this video.
since Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for
This
sex
was a
trafficking,
clip of The Daily Show from 5 years ago when they were partying. When we saw that little video. You know what I'm talking about. Do you want me to play it? Do you want me to play it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. I won't play it right this second. And I promised. I promised. Okay, I'll try. Let's watch this.
Everyone he's ever met has abandoned him. He has no allies and no friends, although he is still beating Bill de Blasio in the polls. Now, even though Epstein has had many high-profile friends, there's been a lot of focus on one particular relationship in his life with his old buddy, Donald Trump. And Donald Trump,
this is from 5 years ago,
the last few weeks distancing himself from Epstein. But now we're learning that the two were a little bit closer than Trump would like to admit.
The president says his relationship with Epstein was no different than anyone else in their elite circle.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan.
Yet, a tape in the...
I wasn't a fan. Wait, did he say he wasn't a fan? Am I hearing things, or am I drunk and hearing things, or am I just crazy? He's not a fan. What is this? What is this? What is this? What are those? Please don't unsubscribe because I played that video so much tonight. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Okay, I won't do it.
I wasn't a fan. You're in Palm Beach.
And they play the video too. I'm dead. Watch the video in the background.
Yet, a tape in the NBC archives of a Mar-a-Lago
Oh my God,
party
it's the
shows
same video.
Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man.
Here's the animal and here's the PDF file gelato.
As women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man, and then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter.
Oh. I wonder what Trump said to Epstein that made him laugh that hard. Maybe it was like, someday they're going to give me the nuclear codes. Now, obviously, this video doesn't look good, right? Because Trump makes it seem like he never liked Epstein. But come on, like on camera, he's whispering into his ear. What are we supposed to believe, that Trump was like, you're a demented individual who should be locked up? And like, I think there's a lesson to be learned here. You should never judge a book by its cover. Because here's a picture of two men who have been accused of sexual misconduct. And neither of them is the guy with the mustache. Yeah, open your minds, people. Open your minds. Now look, please, let's be clear on this. Just because Trump and Epstein partied together doesn't mean that Trump knew about Epstein's crimes, right? Epstein did party with everyone. So this video doesn't prove Trump did anything wrong.
It's true. I'm sorry, Cheeto Man. Please forgive me. I do not know what you did, but according to the document we just read, filed in the state of California, you were making minors and children sex slaves. So, but forgive me for showing the video and saying you're an animal. I digress.
What it does prove is that there's another
I
side
need
of
another
Donald
drink.
Trump that he's never wanted us to see.
The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders, capturing Trump's fun-loving...
Wait! This is different than the one we have. We were looking at 20 times. Are you guys ready to watch this over and over and over? Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, watch him with the females. I'm shook. I can't even believe it. Watch. Are you watching? Watch.
The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
Hey, Donald J. Trump, the party animal, huh? We've never seen this side of him before. Because in the White House, he always looks like a kid who just got detention, yeah? But surrounded by beautiful women, he looks more comfortable than Scarlett Johansson and Crazy Rich Asians. He's living his life. And will this footage of Trump partying with Epstein hurt the president? Well, to find out, we turn to a man who has hours of incriminating footage of himself.
I hope if you voted for Trump, even if you still love him after this, that's okay. But like, I would say maybe get like some trauma therapy or like some therapy, or maybe eat some mushrooms and do like some psychotherapy. Like, please do something, because this is not normal behavior by someone who is known to be the biggest trafficker of minors, probably in the history of crime. Epstein.
To find out, we turn to a man who has hours of incriminating footage of himself. Michael Costa, everybody. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Yeah, of course.
Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fine.
How bad is this footage for the president?
Well, Trevor, this is bad. And I mean that in the black way, where bad means cool. You know, a friend taught me that.
This is a 5-year-old video clip. So we're going back into the past where they predicted the future.
Back in the 90s. You guys still using that?
No. But why would you think that this is cool? Trump is partying with a man who's a sex offender.
Yeah, that part is bad in the white way, okay? But overall, this video is great for Donald Trump because it shows how great of a dancer he is. I mean, just look at him go. He's got all the classic white guy dance moves. He's got the high arms, he's got the tight fists, and most important, the white guy lip bite, you know? That's the bite.
I hate that. This face. Look, what is... who said something about the brows? He outdoes Brian Koberger. Brian, hello? Brian in the jail. Someone has bushier eyebrows than you. And it was Cheeto Man, the president of the United States of America.
That tells the ladies, don't disturb me. I'm concentrating real hard here.
Yo, Mike, come on. What are you talking about? His dancing is terrible. He's jerking around. He's way off the beat.
Well, first of all, I don't know what this beat is you're talking about, but for white guys, he was bringing the noise and the funk. You guys still saying that?
We never said that.
Oh. The point is, white guys only have so many tools in the dance box. We've got the high arms with the random snapping, you know. We got the ironic, but also not ironic, staying alive move. And then you get the legs involved. And so it makes it look like you're wading into the deep end of a pool. The only rule is at no time do you ever move your hips or the area we use sex for.
Dude, like, these are all terrible dance moves.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. Because if you've got Trump's secret weapon, white guy confidence, okay? It's that confidence that gets us on the dance floor in the first place. It's that confidence that lets us send food back at a restaurant. And it's that confidence that lets us talk over our boss.
Yeah, but
let me finish for a second. It's that same confidence that allows us to run for president even when we have no experience and no ideas. And it's that same confidence that lets us ramble on TV in front of millions of people, even though we don't have much to say.
Michael, what's your point?
Thank you, Trevor.
Michael Costa, everyone.
That was actually a really good clip. I want to go back to when he's dancing with all the females. Are you guys ready for this? Melly, please don't play this clip again 200 times.
See.
The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump.
Who are these females? I feel like we need to look into all of these. Who is this? I feel like I recognize her. She looks like my first grade teacher or something. I don't know. It's
The
weird.
resort as a club shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
Hey, Donald J. Trump, the party animal, huh? We've never seen this side of him before. Because in the White House, he always looks like a kid who just got detention.
Bimbos.
Yeah.
Someone said they were cheerleaders. For what? For what? Cheerleaders for what? The mom club? Because they were definitely not in high school, dude. Do we need to watch that again? Because I feel like we might need to watch that again. Yeah, I don't know how old these people are. We should look into this. We should do a little investigating here. Well, we're doing some tonight. I'll be in trouble after tonight. YouTube's going to be like, why are you talking about the president?
Before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders, capturing Trump's.
Cheerleaders. Oh my God. Trumpy wanted them to shake the pom-poms in his face.
Fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
Yeah, I don't think that's a cheerleader, dude. This was back 5 years ago, and then this video was in 92. That's like what? That's not a cheerleader, dude. That's someone's wife.
Bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
Hey.
Dude, I'll never forget that video we just watched. Maybe girls just like him. Maybe. Okay. Well, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna grab another drink. We're gonna play. I'm wrong. Melly would be a great cheerleader. Oh, it's 90, so they 14, 19. You could be right, Abuelita, because remember in the charging document they were 13 and 12. So we don't know. They could be ladies of the night. They wanted to be baby mama. They wanted to be future wife of the White House. That's what they wanted to do. None of them can dance. Wait, not even Trump? You don't like those moves? Because I'm going to practice that in front of the mirror tonight. Wait. Oh my God. Okay. Should I do that and record it and do it as a short? Wait. What's that song called? What is the song called? What is the song called? Do you know what I'm talking about? He was rich, Dice. That's why these bimbos were all over the Cheetos. Dude, I never want another Cheeto in my life. No, Cat Rondell says. Wait, Cat Rondell, I know you want to see me dance. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah. It's a passion.
Wait.
Rhythm is a dancer. It's a source of passion. People feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices. Free your mind and join us.
I will never ever look at that song the same. I'm sorry, not after I saw Trumpy dancing to it. Okay, let's move on to the next clip. I have another document, but I don't think I want to read that tonight. I think I just want to watch these clips. I have the indictment too that I want to read tomorrow. We'll read that part. But we're going to watch this clip by Long Crime as I get my refill. And then after that, We'll see what kind of trouble we're going to get into. We'll see. We'll see. This is a good episode of
See
Law and
Ghislaine
Crime.
Maxwell walk free.
Oh,
The big question
Ghislaine.
has been, well, who
Her
exactly
name is
did she
Ghislaine,
sex
not
traffic
Gillette, not Gelato. My bad.
minors to? And after the
Ghislaine.
announcement from the DOJ and
Go
FBI,
away.
is that a valid legal point? Let's talk about how the recent announcement from the government on Epstein's perceived lack of accomplices may have.
And then another president. Wait, there she is again. She's like a demon. Look at her. Do you see what I'm seeing, Gillette? Do you see her right there? She was in the video with them dancing with the cheerleaders. She's in prison. And look at her here with the different president, Clinton. Dude. Okay. She's a PDF file, but like, damn, I'll give it to her, dude. I give it to her. Like, I give it to her for being everywhere, dude. Wow.
In fact, the only person who's actually been convicted in connection with Epstein's purported sex crimes ring. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. Jesse Weber.
Wow. I don't think Epstein wanted to bone her
Well, with
then.
the shocking news regarding Jeffrey Epstein this week, the conversation has now turned to Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, and
Not
I'm
a
going to
political
explain why.
statement,
Because as
no.
we discussed on a previous sidebar, there was this DOJ FBI memo that was released a few days ago. And it describes how the Department of
Can I get another
Justice
drink?
and the FBI conducted, quote,
The ad
an
goes on.
exhaustive review of investigative
Appreciate.
holdings relating to Jeffrey Epstein. How, quote, the FBI conducted digital searches of its databases, hard drives, and network drives, as well as physical searches of squad areas, lock cabinets, desks, closets, and other areas where responsive material may have been stored. These searches uncovered a significant amount of material, including more than 300 gigabytes of data and physical evidence.
No,
The files
you're
relating
so
to Epstein include a
miserable.
large volume of images of Epstein, images and videos of victims who are either minors or appear to be minors, and over 10,000 downloaded videos and images of illegal child sex abuse material and other pornography. And through that review of digital and documentary evidence, the DOJ, the FBI concluded the following, quote, this systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. There was also no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. That is the section we want to focus on today, because obviously this is big news and
I love
surprising
Jesse.
news. Surprising news, maybe not even necessarily.
Are we going
from
to
an
wait
investigative
70 years for the
standpoint.
list? Says Cat Rondo. Yeah. Hopefully, when you guys get it, I'm still alive. Okay. Hopefully. Yeah. We're never going to get it, dude.
What we've learned over the years from different lawsuits, but the perceived stance from the Trump administration, and also some of the commentary from high-profile people when it came to the Epstein files. There seemed to be this idea that all of the information and new information would be exposed, whether that's a fair interpretation or not. That's the conversation, because in February, President Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, told Piers Morgan there would, quote, be names that will come out. And America needs to remember one thing: we are going to be promises made, promises kept. There was even talk from Attorney General Pam Bondi that complicated the issue, because back in February, she said on Fox News, when asked if she would release, quote, list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients, she responded, it's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. In March, she said to Fox News host Mark Levin, when he argued that perhaps Democratic officials in New York were not providing all of the Epstein information because they, quote, don't like the names on the list, and that they were, quote, trying to protect a lot of names and individuals, Bondi replied that she had, quote, not reviewed the information yet, but added, I think it's very interesting that they withheld that from us. Now, not trying to get too political here. I'm going to get to the legal point I want to get to when it comes with Ghislaine Maxwell. But White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt seemed to do some damage control, saying the other day that what Bondi was referring to about having the client list on her desk was, quote, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to. Either way, and aside from the blowback and the criticism and the theories, The main question is that we want to talk about right now, does this affect Jeffrey Epstein's former associate, Ghislaine Maxwell? Remember, she was convicted in December of 2021 in New York federal court of conspiracy to entice minors to travel, to engage in illegal sex acts, conspiracy to transport minors to participate in illegal sex acts, transporting a minor to participate in illegal sex acts, sex trafficking conspiracy, and sex trafficking of a minor. And as the government argued, quote, from at least 1994 up to and including in or about 2004, Ghislaine Maxwell assisted, facilitated, and participated in Jeffrey Epstein's abuse of minor girls by, among other things, helping Epstein to recruit, groom, and ultimately abuse victims known to Maxwell and Epstein to be under the age of 18. Here's the thing. If there is no client list and there's no other criminal defendants, does the case against her make sense? Could she get an argument to overturn her conviction? So for that, let me bring in trial attorney Rich Schoenstein, friend of the show, friend of mine. Good to see you, Rich. Thanks so much for coming on.
Happy to be here, Jesse.
I kind of pisses
So
me
before
off.
we even get into
guys.
Ghislaine Maxwell, I haven't spoken to you since the news of the week. Your reaction to the memo this week?
Well, I want to focus on some of the language you read because we have to use air quotes. This statement that came out of the Department of Justice says there are no client lists, but it uses quote marks around the term client lists. There are no, the systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that
What
mean?
does that mean? They're not saying we didn't see the names of any people in these files. They're simply saying there wasn't a list, that maybe Jeffrey Epstein didn't maintain a consolidated list of all the people that he brought underage women to, right? He didn't write it down in one place. There is no comprehensive list. But it doesn't mean there weren't names in these files. It doesn't mean there weren't faces on the videos. It doesn't mean there isn't email traffic or other evidence incriminating people. And what I'm reading here says we didn't see a client list. So
He had 1,000 victims, and we're never gonna hear any. We haven't heard not one thing from anyone other than Virginia Giuffre. Where's everybody at? Where's it? Why haven't we heard anything?
So everybody keep on moving. There's nothing to see here. I think that's sort of a disconnect. That's my reaction.
There's been a couple
By the way,
of
as we're talking about Ghislaine
that have
Maxwell's
come out
federal
here.
case, you know how in federal courtrooms there's no quick break part. Whether I hear you, there might be no consolidated list that he kept in his bedside drawer, but you know the idea basically what they're saying is there's no other people to charge at this time or to investigate. And what's interesting is this is the commentary we've been getting. You get comments from Elon Musk posting on X. What's the time? Oh, look, it's no one has been arrested o'clock again. And remember, he famously accused Trump not too long ago of being on the Epstein list. There was conservative activist Laura Loomer who wrote on X, if she doesn't get fired over this Epstein memo, people are going to be so black-pilled. You have influencer Liz Wheeler who said on the Glenn Beck show, contextualizing all of this, this seems like unforgivable behavior. So the question becomes, you know, aren't they trying to close the door on investigating anybody else connected with Jeffrey Epstein? Aren't they saying there is no one else?
I think that is what they're saying. Now, so Elon Musk is wrong when he says no one was arrested, right? Because Jeffrey Epstein was arrested. Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested. So it's not nobody was arrested. There may be other people here, but, you know, think about this historically. We don't tend to go after the Johns. We don't tend to go after the people who pay the prostitutes or get the services of sex workers. We tend to go after the workers and the people who facilitate that and the sex traffickers. So the government could be saying, we know there were other people involved, but we're not going to prosecute them because that's not the way we expend our resources. That's not quite the way they're saying it. They're really trying to say more, you know, we don't have enough evidence to charge anybody else. I'm a little skeptical about that, to tell you the truth.
Well, now I have to get to the main aspect of this because this has come up a lot now. So the question now is, does this affect Ghislaine Maxwell? Because how
Wow, look at her. She looks very different from that video where she's dancing with
many
Cheeto.
times have people already made the argument, well, wait a second, she was convicted of sex trafficking, but sex trafficking these victims to who? In other words, if the government is coming out and saying now that there are no other clients, then does it make sense that she was convicted of essentially operating this extensive sex trafficking operation? Let me add a little bit more context to this. You have a political activist named Jack Posevich. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name. Wrote on X, if there were no clients, why is Ghislaine Maxwell still in jail? You had podcasters, the Hodge twins, who wrote, Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison for 20 years for sex trafficking kids with Epstein, and the DOJ and FBI just said that there's no client list. He didn't blackmail nobody, and nobody else is getting charged. So they sex traffic kids to nobody? And then you tell me, are those fair criticisms, or is this a misunderstanding of what the criminal trial against Ghislaine Maxwell was about?
I think it's a misunderstanding of what the trial was about, and it's a misunderstanding about how the criminal justice process works. So let me break that down a little bit. She was convicted of sex trafficking based on evidence presented in a month-long trial in court. And apparently that evidence didn't include a client list, because we've never seen a client list. We're now told there is no client list. So it wasn't amongst the evidence that was used against her. She could have sex trafficked only to herself and to Jeffrey Epstein. If the evidence was...
I'm sorry. Traffic to her and... really? After what we just saw?
that she brought underage girls to have sexual relations with Epstein and or with her, that would be enough. You don't need any clients. You don't need anybody else. That is still sex trafficking, and she could have been convicted for that fairly and squarely. So I don't think any client list was necessary to her prosecution, but it wasn't part of her prosecution. And so here's the procedure point I want to bring up. If you are convicted of a crime, you can appeal based on mistakes that happened in the trial, errors of law, the judge did something wrong, the jury did something wrong. You can appeal on that basis. Occasionally, you can seek to overturn a conviction based on newly found evidence. If there's evidence that comes out that all of a sudden demonstrates you're not guilty or points the finger at somebody else, there are mechanisms to go back to court and say, I was wrongly convicted. But that's not this case. You can't go back to court to overturn a conviction because you find out there's evidence that doesn't exist, right? What's the argument?
I guess the argument, if the elements were that she sex trafficked to multiple people, including Epstein, then I think they would have an argument, right? But if the element of a charge was it has to be she sex trafficked these individuals to multiple people, then I think they have an argument. But look, let me read you the specific language. So this is some of the specific language that was used by the prosecution. And when I say specific, I mean, this was very, very deliberate how they said it. So the victims were as young as 14 years old when they were groomed and abused by Maxwell and Epstein. Okay. They don't know.
And the document we just read from 2016 is a 13-year-old girl and a 12-year-old girl.
Both of whom knew that their victims were in fact minors. As a part and in furtherance of their scheme to abuse minor victims, Maxwell and Epstein enticed and caused minor victims to travel to Epstein's residences in different states, which Maxwell knew and intended would result in their grooming for and subjection to sexual abuse. As Maxwell and Epstein intended, these grooming behaviors left minor victims vulnerable and susceptible to sexual abuse by Epstein, period. That was it. Only person. Maxwell was then present for certain sexual encounters between minor victims and Epstein, such as interactions where a minor victim was undressed and ultimately was present for sex acts perpetrated by Epstein on minor victims. That's deliberate language right there. They weren't trying to make this a bigger case than it was.
That's right. That's exactly what I said. This is about trafficking to Epstein and Maxwell, not to anybody else. there's no allegation in what you just read about other clients, and therefore there's no allegation about a client list, and therefore the existence or non-existence of a client list is completely irrelevant to her prosecution and her conviction. The claim in her case was that she trafficked minors who were abused by herself and by Epstein. Evidence was presented to that jury, which they credited and convicted her of. I don't see any way that's getting overturned just based on this latest announcement.
You know, there people might look at it and say, wait a minute.
I think she's going to get pardoned. I think she's going to get pardoned. I do. She's going to be let out, or something's going to come up about her unaliving herself. I'm going to leave you guys with our girl Candace while I get my other drink.
Mind so they can publish what they want to have published. They are the teachers, the professors, the lawyers, the experts that we're supposed to quote unquote just trust blindly. And you have to have your gut instinct to be able to override it, to be able to override this matrix that they have created. You have to have common sense, and common sense is not that common. We've learned that. We saw this during COVID. Get a couple of experts to say hop on one foot and you'll be saved. Sure enough, people start hopping on one foot. We have to stop hopping on one foot and go, no. I don't care about your jargon. I don't care about your degree. What you just said was factually stupid. I want to be very clear here, guys. Everything that is happening right now is factually stupid. These people are idiots. They're a part of the club. We're not in it, but we better get wise to it pretty soon. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to get into what Elon Musk is claiming about Steve Bannon. I'm going to ask you whether or not you believe it. I'll tell you what my perspective is. First, I want to throw it to some of our advertisers. Preborn, of course, June 24th marked 3 years since Roe v. Wade was overturned. It's supposed to be a good thing, but the truth is that abortion hasn't gone away. In fact, it's gotten worse. Abortions are at a 10-year high. The fight has moved from the courtroom to something much more dangerous, our homes. Today, more than 60% of abortions happen through a pill. Women are taking this pill alone. They're in fear. They have no support. And what happens next is really horrifying because women deliver those babies fully formed into toilets, onto bathroom floors, and they realize that, no, this is not just tissue. These are human beings. And now those human beings are gone, and we should all be honest, whether you're left, right, in the middle. This is not healthcare. It is trauma. 11% of women who take the abortion pill face serious complications. Many will 100% alive in your gut. All right. Well, like I said, it's getting crazy out there. Elon Musk. I've said a lot about him. I will say more about him. I do not trust him. I can tell you why. It's because I did his genealogy. I have to stop doing genealogy, guys. I don't know who I think I am. 23andMe. I know I should start my own business here, but it's the first thing I do. I just start looking at people's genealogy. Anyways, Elon Musk, as we know, had a falling out with Trump. And then when he was angry, said Trump is in the Epstein files. And now people are like, is he telling the truth or is he just mad? And my assessment of that was, well, we know for a fact that Elon Musk does lie. He lied when he said that he doesn't take drugs. That's not true. Everyone knows that Elon Musk takes drugs. It's like the worst kept secret in DC. And before that, I told you guys, Seth Dillon told me that years ago. And so we can't trust that everything Elon Musk says is true. But should we trust the fact that if he is going to outwardly say something like Steve Bannon is in the Epstein files, which he did, that he would be sued for defamation? Because that's what I would do if I was Steve Bannon, if he was lying. So let me tell you how this came about. On X, in case you're not on X, Roger Stone, and this is interesting because Roger Stone and Steve Bannon, when you think about the early MAGA movement, these two names
She's so good
come into the fray,
in this
right?
episode.
Roger Stone tweets this article out about Bannon, so I guess they are not on good terms. Bannon that's happened a long time ago. I don't know. And here is what Roger Stone tweeted. He tweeted, why would Jeffrey Epstein associate Steve Bannon, try to help Robert Mueller send me to prison?
Okay, you guys need to watch the rest of that episode because it's so good. She does a really good job. I wanted to play. This was from 6 years ago, and this is one of the first victims. This is a short clip. We heard Virginia Giuffre, and then we read some of one of the documents. We're going to read a lot more, but this is one. I had never watched this either, and it's from 6 years ago, and it's one of the first victims.
Oh my gosh, I was 14 years old. Like, what the hell do you know? when you're that young.
Jennifer Arose grew up in New York with dreams of becoming a Broadway actress. She was thrilled when she was accepted to a performing arts high school in the city. And it was outside that school back in 2001, she says, a woman first approached her.
She was definitely trying to get to know me, trying to find out, where I was from, where I grew up, who I lived with.
Arose says the woman kept showing up, talking to her, sometimes offering to buy her lunch or a soda.
The first time she brought up the name Jeffrey Epstein, how did she describe him to you?
He was just a great guy. He's just saying, he's helped me. I've struggled. She was similar to me.
Did she say he could help you with your career?
That was a big part of it.
And when you think of her now, you used the phrase, you said the recruiter. You felt like she was looking for someone for him.
100%, yeah.
Arose says the recruiter brought her to Epstein's townhouse, just blocks from the school.
When you first met him, what did you think? What did he say?
Very nice. Basically saying that, he's heard a lot about me. The recruiter was talking such nice things.
Arose says she was served wine in Epstein's kitchen and they talked. When she left, she says she was given $300 and was repeatedly invited back.
The secretary would contact me
and say,
are you free? Can you come by? Epstein would like to see you.
She became familiar with the eccentricities inside Epstein's home.
There was a lot of artwork that had insinuated nudity with women. And I remember
Suggestive?
Very suggestive. We had a bathtub that was kind of opened, and there was prosthetic breasts that he could play with while he was taking a bath, I guess. It was very odd. And the painting that was literally right the massage table would be here, and this painting would be right here. And it was a very pretty naked woman. And he used to always say that I look like her.
She says after a few weeks of visits, she was escorted alone to what she says Epstein called his favorite room in the house, the massage room, and things turned physical.
In that moment, it didn't.
At that moment, yes.
Strange to you.
But at the same time, I was scared too, because I didn't know if he would get angry. So I kind of just followed. I would have just my underwear on because that's how he liked it. So, and I would just get massages back, and then he would potentially later on turn over and play with himself. And he would also when I would play with his nipples.
What?
He used to get turned on by that. And then he would finish himself off, and then that would be the end of it. And he would still give me the 300, and
300.
Normally I would either get it from the secretary, would leave it in a drawer in the massage room.
How often do you think?
It was once a week, twice a week, my freshman year.
Did you ever tell him your age?
I told the recruiter, I've mentioned it in front of him, yes.
6 years
You're
ago.
14 years old.
Yeah, he knew very well my age. You know exactly, who he was hanging out with, I don't think he cared.
When Arose turned 15, she says things took a turn.
Just take your underwear off and get on top. And I said I didn't want to. And he, very forcefully kind of brought me into the table, and I just did what he told me to do. I was really scared. I didn't necessarily think that he was, going to rape me.
Did he hold you there?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No question in your mind. He knew you did not want that to happen.
Oh, yeah. No, he definitely, there was no way. I was I don't want to say I was screaming or anything of that nature, but I was terrified, and I was telling him to stop. Please stop,
And did he?
No, he did not stop. He had no intentions of stopping, and
Wow.
that's what he wanted. That's what he got.
When you left there, you never went back.
After that day, no, I never went back. I was terrified. I was really scared because I didn't want that to happen again.
And you left school. Did you leave the school because it was in the same neighborhood?
Yeah, it was so close.
In your mind, did you use the word rape? Did you recognize it then as rape?
No, I don't think I did. I just thought, it's my fault. I was obligated. Like, that's just what you're supposed to do. So I really do not know better.
When did you stop blaming yourself?
Wow. This is sad.
We
went from...
It was a long time, really.
A Rose says Epstein's staff continued to reach out to her for more than a year, but she did not respond. She says she didn't immediately tell anyone, including the police, something she says she now regrets.
Did Jeffrey Epstein rape you?
Yeah, no, he raped me. Forcefully raped me, but knew exactly what he was doing. And I don't think cared. What hurts even more so is that if I wasn't afraid to come forward sooner, then maybe he wouldn't have done it to other girls. I feel really guilty. To this day, I feel really guilty.
A Rose says she suffered from crippling anxiety, depression, and panic attacks for years until she finally confided in her mother, her then boyfriend, and 2 close friends. 3 told NBC News that she first told them about her interactions with Jeffrey Epstein a decade ago, the 4th about 6 years ago.
Have you ever tried to reach out to prosecutors and tell this story?
No, I did not. I was just too scared. I didn't really want to go, public with it.
You intend to file a lawsuit. What would you say to those who say a civil suit, lawyers, this is about getting money?
He hurt me badly. I prefer not to go through this. So,
wow.
This is one way for me to get justice.
What does it take to find the courage to speak and tell your story?
It's a lot, even though maybe I don't look it because I'm so sad, but also happy tears because I'm able to, let myself go of this burden. I feel brave. I feel strong more than ever right now.
Wow. That was from 6 years ago. So I wanted to watch this clip really quick. That was a really good clip as well. I can't believe that was 5 years ago.
Chris Cuomo joins me now. You're about to speak with Jeffrey Epstein's brother, Mark, about that DOJ and FBI report.
I love Cuomo.
Mark does not believe that Jeffrey committed suicide.
I do.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to talk to him. I've spoken to him before, and he wasn't really close with his brother, and I never knew how much of that was convenience because he didn't want to get painted with the same stink. But for him to hold on that he believes something happened to his brother, which is what he told me at the time, I want to know what his basis is. And look, the administration did themselves no favor here. Bondi saying, I got the list right here, I got it right here,
On
and
my
leading
desk.
people to believe that. Now they reap what they sow. But look, you know how I feel about this. This is a grand distraction. It's just that it was so central to so many who are MAGA enthusiasts. And it's interesting to see, what is starting to splinter the fringe on the right. And that's what tonight's about.
Well, it was also central to several people who are inside the Trump administration right now. Dan Bongino, Kash Patel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't
Patel,
confuse
director
what
of the
somebody said on
FBI.
a podcast with what they're going to say when they're going to be held accountable.
Exactly.
It's one thing when you're looking for clicks and following and to feed conspiracies and all these other things that make you money. It's another thing when you have to take account.
Right.
And that's why Kash Patel and Bongino and Bobby and all the other ones have really changed their tune.
All right, Chris, I'm looking forward to it. Have a great show.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you very much. Chris Cuomo here. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I love Chris Cuomo.
Welcome to News Nation.
The whole
Where right
thing,
and left come to
the
be
new
reasonable.
setup.
It's tough to do that tonight. We just finished celebrating our country, right? The birth of we the people. Not us and them, not me, we. But even on the 4th of July, we saw how weak some are making us. Why did the flooding in Texas immediately become a blame game on social media? What happened to just mourning the dead in a natural disaster? Spreading awareness of what is needed by the communities and how you can help. Just pulling for the rescue of the missing. Can't anything escape the prism of partisan advantage? Forget about me saying we're going to expose the game, see the game. Forget about the game. Feel the shame. This is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if we're a country anymore. What brings us together? What is our common concern? We're just dueling factions of fanatics. There's no more of this. We're not a fist. We're just fickle fingers looking for triggers to pull, literally and figuratively. You got 109 or whatever the number is right now, dead in Texas. The number's going to go up. 160 missing. How is this not just a point of empathy?
I'm going to fast forward it to the Epstein part.
Children's dead bodies being recovered all day. Categorize it under C for crazy. But it was a big deal for MAGA. You look at people who have feelings about the vaccine, feelings about the deep state, and Epstein, and they checked every box. Now what are you supposed to do? Who do you believe? I'll tell you who Epstein's brother believes. Not the government. The problem with playing with conspiracies is that at some point, you're either going to have to put up or shut up. And now that the Trump administration, even though Bongino and Patel and others really trafficked in the Epstein files, right? And
Patel is the director of the FBI too.
And the assumption was that something was done to him, and it's because of the lists, what he had around him. And then the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, claimed months ago that they were going to release tens of thousands of incriminating documents. Remember, she said, they're right here on my desk. And then it never came. And then this past Sunday, right? And that's an intentional day, right? We don't want you really to pay attention. Trump's DOJ and FBI released a memo saying, no client list, no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. And he killed himself, period. This is exactly what so many in MAGA did not expect to hear nor want to hear. So let's discuss on the political and the personal.
Yes,
So
Kat,
we got Liz Wheeler, conservative commentator, host of the Liz Wheeler Show, absolutely invested in this and expected a different outcome. And joining by phone, that's the only way he does it. I've spoken to him before because he's afraid
This
that
is good.
people are going to come after him
I
because
don't
he's
watch it.
Epstein's brother. Mark, who does not buy the DOJ's findings that his brother committed suicide. Liz, it's good to see you. Mark.
We're going to hear from Epstein's brother.
Thank you for being on the phone. Liz, Bondi says they're on my desk. Now she doesn't really seem to have a good answer. Did she mean the client list was on her desk, or was that just something figurative? How do you explain this?
Well, Pam Bondi, Attorney General, said today herself that that's not what she meant when she said the words, the client list is on my desk, but you heard the words as well as I did. She said the client list is on my desk, and that wasn't true. So it's a little hard to square what she said then with what she's saying now. That's the biggest problem with this whole story, Chris, is that people voted for President Trump because they wanted justice. We want justice. There was a lot of wrongdoing that was inflicted on the American people under the previous administration, both by Biden staffers and by deep state government bureaucratic employees, from Russiagate to the impeachments to parents being called terrorists because they didn't want critical race theory or trans ideology being taught to their children, to January 6th, to there's all kinds of different ways that MEGA, you can call President Trump supporters, anybody who dissented from Biden, were abused by the Biden administration, by the intel community, by the FBI, by the DOJ. And we voted for Trump because we wanted justice. And justice involves actually holding accountable the people who committed that wrongdoing. So now we see Pam Bondi. I was at the White House that day when Pam Bondi gave out those white binders. I was one of the ones who received that binder. So when you say before I'm invested in this, yeah, I am invested in this because what she did made me look like I was adding to some kind of clickbait weirdo influencer thing online, which I don't do. People that watch me know I'm very prudent. I don't engage in hot takes. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt. You give the benefit of the doubt to people on your own side. I thought, okay, I don't know why she gave us those binders if she didn't have good stuff in those binders, but she said there was another story. A whistleblower told her there were truckloads of documents. Hopefully she'll produce. and I gave her time.
Mhm.
I was patient. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. But here's the thing, Chris. That day in the White House, Pam Bondi bragged about making that cover sheet on that binder that you're showing on the screen. That cover sheet that reads the most transparent administration in history. Epstein files phase 1. She told us she made that. She printed it. She put it in that binder. How can you square that behavior with what she posted on the Department of Justice website on Sunday, saying, actually, there's nothing here. All the things, all the incongruencies in the narrative that you've pointed out, that you've observed with your own eyes, it's not true. And we're not providing any evidence to you to show you that what you might have believed is not actually substantiated by evidence. You're just supposed to take my word for it after she had told us something different multiple times. This is why I've come out and said President Trump shouldn't tolerate this kind of behavior. Pam Bondi has become a liability to him because people care about this story. They care not so much because they care about the Epstein list itself, but because they care about justice. That's what they voted for. They voted for justice. They voted for transparency, and they're not getting either of those things with this kind of unforced error from Pam Bondi.
Oh, I don't think it's an unforced error. I think it's absolutely intentional. And I believe that you guys will just shut up and go along with whatever they say, and we'll see how it plays out. But Mark, for you, it's personal. This was your brother. And just so everybody knows, Mark wasn't part of anything that his brother was doing in this regard. He's never been connected to it. There's never been a suggestion. It's not about that. But Mark, you do not believe what the administration, the Trump administration, is putting out about your brother now. Why?
Well, every time they say something or do something to try to quash the fact that he was most likely murdered, they just put their foot further down their mouth. I mean, for instance, Cash Patel in the congressional hearing, he listed his credentials as a prosecutor and other such things, and he said that it was a suicide. He said, "You know a suicide when you see it." That's basically what he said. So the questions that popped into my mind was, first of all, number one, how many suicides has he seen? Number one. Two, is he a forensic pathologist? Does he have a medical degree? Does he have a certificate that he passed the CPR course? Does he have a Boy Scout merit badge for first aid? What is he basing his expertise on? Contrast that to Dr. Roman, who was a city pathologist who did the autopsy. She came out of the autopsy and said she couldn't call it a suicide because it looked too much like a homicide. Dr. Michael Bodden, who was there on my behalf, who witnessed the autopsy, also concurred that it looked more like a homicide than a suicide. Now, was Cash Patel in the autopsy room? No. Was Cash Patel in the prison when they found Giuffre? No, I don't think so. And if he was there, that raises even a bigger question. So every time they say something, I mean, when Cash Patel came out with that statement.
If you guys don't know who Cash Patel is, he's a director of the FBI.
I laughed at how stupid it was. And then they just released this video. This you're going to like. After the death, a few days after the death, Bill Barr, the Attorney General, said he saw that video and he saw that nobody went in or out of the tier, and that convinced him it was a suicide. And I heard that and I realized how stupid that was, because if no one could get to that door, go in, kill somebody, leave completely undetected. So that's like an asinine concept. So if Jeff was killed, he was either killed by somebody on the tier or when they locked up the tier. So that's one part of it. Now, I asked to get the footage from that same camera under Freedom of Information Act from 10 o'clock the night before until noon the following morning. That would show who locked up the tier, who were the last people on that tier. And in the morning, it would show, Michael Thomas going in the guard and finding the body, and it would show what the situation was when they removed the body from the tier. I was initially told I couldn't get that footage because it was still an open investigation. Okay, I understand that. But then when the investigation was over, I asked for that footage again, okay? And I was now told that the cameras that were operating don't show that area.
That's right.
I have this in writing from the Bureau of Prisons.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I remember.
And I was very specific about the footage, and it's the same footage of Bill Barr. So,
no, Mark, listen, I get it. I get it. And the transparency wasn't there. And then they said that there was a malfunction. Then they said they weren't coordinated. And look, I get why you guys are upset about what's happening here. But I can tell you this, it's not over. And it's not about what I think or don't think about the situation. That's not relevant. The process isn't over. Liz, thank you. We'll be in touch whenever you want. You know how to get me. Take care. We'll keep talking. Mark Epstein, we're always a call away. All right?
Thanks,
We'll be
Chris.
right back.
The Russians.
Oh, that was it? That was all
is
you heard
that
from
the
them?
United
The
Yeah, I guess
same
that was
thing
it from the
that you
brother.
were trying to use for advantage.
So the brother says that he tried to get that same footage and they told him no. And now they're like, oh, here you go. Have it. Take it. We're going to be deep diving this. I have all of them. I have all 910,000 documents. So we read the DOJ report tonight, the statement. We read the 2016 Trump and Epstein essay case from Katie Johnson. We're going to start from the beginning and read the beginning of the documents. We're going to deep dive it. Tomorrow, I'll be finishing the Suzanne Morphew document. So we'll start, on Saturday, the weekend. I'll probably do a couple of Epstein lives, but I also have like 20 other lives too. So I have to really just get it out there on my stuff. I've been super busy. So, but yes, starting Saturday, we'll get back to Epstein. I'll make a playlist. I'll add this one tonight on there. I did one on Virginia Giuffre. I think that's how you say Giuffre. When it first came out that she unalived herself, which I don't believe she did. I did a live on that. And I think prior to that, I've done a couple of Epstein lives, but I haven't read a lot of the documents. So we're going to get into it this weekend. Man, I don't know of a single person that believes a suicide story. Yeah, I don't believe it. I also don't believe Aaron Hernandez. I have a live coming up on him. I'm sure you guys are familiar with him. He's all over the YouTube world. Aaron Hernandez, a football player. I don't think he unalived himself. I don't know why. I've just never thought that. I love that case too. That's up there with the Chris Watts. One of the first few cases that got me into true crime. So thank you for being here. This was a long live. I will be live tomorrow. We will finish the 20 pages of Suzanne Morphew, and then we're going to do a MELLY After Dark tomorrow. Never had my hopes up. Those elite PDS are never getting exposed. Plus, our government don't want us to know. Yeah. And Diddy's right there behind. I think Diddy's involved in all of it. And that's why he's only going to get a few years after everything he's done. And I think Tom Hanks is involved. I think Ashton Kutcher is involved. I think Penn is involved. I'm kind of up there with Candace Owens. I mean, I might not agree with her on a couple of different things, but I agree. I like all of her content, and I think she speaks the truth. So that's where I've learned a couple things about Epstein too. So make sure you guys check her out. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe, turn on all your notifications so you get it. I do go live a lot during the nights and also during the weekends, and I plan to be live a lot this weekend and catch up. And of course, we always do MELLY After Dark. So thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting my channel. I will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget, do all the YouTube thingies. Shout out to all my mods. Thank you for being here. Well, Jules. Thank you for being here. Love you, girl. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.